This is the Lemonbuster's inspection of a 2001 Saab 9.3 Viggen. Let us begin the inspection. We're going to start here with the front bumper. As you can see, there's some light scuffs on the side here, kind of in this area right here. A little difficult to see. Very minor, but you can kind of pick them up here. There's some very light pitting on the marker light here. Typical stuff for a vehicle of this age. You can see there's some light imperfections in the paint, some light chips and scratches. The bottom of the under lip spoiler here is pretty gouged up and pretty scratched up from bottoming out. Pretty typical, not real visible, no signs of cracks or anything along those lines. See here we have our wiper blades for our headlights are even in pretty good shape. Headlights got some minor pitting in it as well. See, it's got your typical rock chips and little blemishes from just normal driving. The chrome's in pretty good shape on the grill. You have some more light scratches, whatnot. See here we got some more gouges just in general from low curbs and whatnot. These front bumpers tend to take a beating. See here we got some light scuffing in the corners. It's a little tough to pick up in the video, but we're going to do our best here to try to show it to you. You can see here's some light scratches, and we also have a light scratch. You can see there it runs up in that area. See the left front headlight, some slight pitting, but overall good. We do have a damaged spot here, crack in the marker light here. This is going to need to be repaired. This just happened recently. The seller believes it happened on a test drive, caught a rock or something. We're moving to the left front fender here. You can see it's got some little rock chips and whatnot. Some light swirling. You can see we have some slight rock chips. We have a larger chip right here on the wheel arch that's been touched up. You know, in most cases, most of the chips and scratches have been touched up and been kept after to prevent any issues. You see we got a couple coming up here on the body line. We continue on into the ground effect. The car is a little bit dirty. We're not having the greatest weather here today. But overall, it's in pretty good, clean shape for our inspection today. I'll move into the left front door here. If you come up over the body line here, coming near the mirror, we definitely have a couple of chips and a scratch right in this area here. See if we can get a little bit better shot of it for you. There you go. See the windshield surround trim. It's a little bit faded. Windshield's nice shape. Very clear. We've got a shot of the VIN placard. It's pretty tough to read because of the fact that it is silver stamped. Got some Bosch Icon windshield wipers here. Great wipers. Run those on my own M3. Move into the mirror here so you can take a look at that. You know, some light little scratches, nothing too out of the norm. Got a couple little chips there. Moving down, showing you the rocker here a little bit. These Viggen ground effects hang pretty darn low, and they seem to be all intact here, which is nice. Trim's a little bit faded, but overall in good shape. It's all complete there and secure. Have a little bit of a chip coming up right there on the left front door. Got a couple little more. Another chip here. Also have a chip right there as well. Coming up near the door handle here, the door edge, we have a chip. We have some light scratches here above the door handle. Moving into the left rear quarter panel area. We have a chip there on the body line. Left rear quarter panel seems to be probably the roughest spot of the entire car. I'll get to his why in just a moment here as we move down the panel. You see there's a chip here on the body line. A small chip right there at the wheel arch. You see here we have a couple of these chips that are larger here. See the convertible top trim sits up a little bit. You can see here we do have a little bit of a scratch there on the quarter panel. We're going to be approaching the trouble spot I was speaking of on the quarter panel here. As you can see here, behind the wheel arch, all in this area here, you see directly there's a distinct line, and actually it's dented a little bit. There's been paint work done, and there's even a little bit of filler back in here. This was dented and tried to be repaired. Doesn't look like it was the greatest job. The paint is not a good blend. There's the distinct line, and the filler work is marginal, I would say. It's not lifting or anything along those lines. It's just not a great repair. It's something that would probably need to be addressed because it does have wrinkles in it. It's not smooth. There's some pinholes and pitting. It's just not up to what I would consider acceptable for a repair. Continue on here with the rear quarter panel. You have a little scratch right here. Going to move into the rear bumper area. As you can see, we have two touched up chips. See, most of these black marks you're seeing here on the rear bumper are from road grime, not actual imperfections. See a little bit of corrosion on the exhaust tip there. Got a couple little light scratches on the corner mark. The tail lights are in good shape. We'll move in and look at some of the deck lid and the spoiler as well, along with the convertible tonneau cover. You see a cover for the convertible top is in great shape. The deck lid's pretty clean on this car, just some light swirlings. Got a light scratch right there by the spoiler. A couple little light scratches here, some light swirls, nothing too major. Spoiler's real nice and clean as well. You see here, we're going to continue on with the deck lid. We'll go ahead and continue on with the bumper. You see there, just a little road grime, I wiped it off. And try to finish the bumper. We're running short on time for this video. So mark right there. We're going to have to wrap things up here. This completes part 1 of the Lemonbuster's inspection of a Saab 9.3 Viggen.